From Logan Lerman describing him as a force of nature and perks of being a wallflower, to Ben Affleck calling him a delight to work with in Justice League, here's what actors really think about working with Ezra Miller. Now, Ezra's had plenty of films to make some friends and enemies. With the perks of being a wallflower being their breakout role as Patrick, the film industry was touched by their emotionally moving performance in the film, but no one felt a bigger connection than the cast and crew, which includes director and writer Steven Chbosky, Logan Lerman, and Emma Watson. These four have appeared in many interviews together, and it's as if they've been best friends since they were little kids. Lerman, who plays Charlie, talked about a particular scene with his co-star, which involves an awkward yet abrupt kiss. Logan thought that the scene where his character kisses Ezra's would have been awkward once he read it in the book and script, but when shooting the scene, it felt comfortable because, in his words, Ezra's a great guy. I wonder if he jinxed the fact that Miller used to be a good guy. Anyway, the director also had a thing or two to say about the actor during the audition process. He first saw their work in City Island, where his wife pointed at young Ezra, saying that they could play Patrick. When Miller auditioned and talked to Chbosky on Skype, the author described the star as a force of nature. And when talking about the ensemble in general, he called them one of the best young casts ever assembled and felt lucky to have worked with them. So, where did their career take them after the 2012 adolescent drama? Ezra starred in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, where they didn't have much screen time as Credence Barebone, but had a crucial role in the film. The cast of the first movie didn't have anything bad to say about working with Miller, nor did anything extra special develop from it. The Crimes of Grindelwald, on the other hand, introduced us to one of Lord Voldemort's Horcruxes, Nagini, but in human form. This humanoid snake was played by South Korean actress Claudia Kim, and let's just say she had a very close friendship with Ezra, just not the intimate kind you're thinking about. In each interview, these two would always be together, and they had the best chemistry ever.
Yeah,
Very challenging.
Often hear David, all right, goody, mate, goody. Oh, brilliant, Claudia. We love that. Oh, that's perfect, but could we do one?
It really gave fans the impression that the co-stars got along well both on and off screen. Other stars in the magical franchise didn't have much to say about what it was like working with Miller, but there seemed to be no bad blood between any of the cast and crew throughout the press release for each movie. The Harry Potter prequel is a great treat for the die-hard Potter fans who still want more from the franchise, and these plot twists centered around Credence just makes everything so much more exciting. Now I mentioned Ezra's healthy relationship with their co-star, did you know they used to date another cast member long before shooting the movie? Zoe Kravitz and Miller had a fling in the early 2010s, and this was when the two met on set for the rom-com Beware the Gonza, where they both played leads. When talking to Collider, the Catwoman actress reminisced about the chemistry she had with them, and how they instantly became the best of friends. Though We Need to Talk About Kevin star agreed with their then partner in the 2011 interview, and added how they spent a lot of time together. So clicking right away just helped the relationship blossom. But the least expected couple in Hollywood didn't last long. The Tribeca Film Festival was the only place where they displayed public affection. After that, they reportedly broke up and were still on good terms. When the two reunited for Fantastic Beasts, Kravitz appreciated how big of a fan her ex was and enjoyed her time on set with them. Nowadays, the Divergent star is dating Channing Tatum. Well, Ezra is, well, I don't think I need to remind you what they're doing lately. After all, that controversy began a few months after they were cast as The Flash in Zack Snyder's DCEU. And in case you didn't know, Justice League was a different kind of wholesome for a cast like that. Like, would you ever imagine someone as broody as Ben Affleck to laugh with his co-stars? Well, Miller managed to do just that and made it look so easy. This super team was all sorts of fun. The behind-the-scenes footage almost made us forget about the theatrical release of the film. You just couldn't find a photo of the team not smiling and having a great time. Cyborg actor Ray Fisher formed a friendship similar to Claudia's from Crimes of Grindelwald, where he'd been seen fooling around with Ezra in each interview. The official DC YouTube account uploaded a video of the two unboxing and playing with their Mattel Multiverse action figures. And let me tell you, it was just the sweetest thing ever. It was as if Zack had found two of the biggest nerds to play these super roles, and made a family that seemed to absolutely adore each other. That is, before the whole Warner Brothers fiasco happened and everyone lost their jobs. Let's focus on the good instead, shall we? In one of the interviews with Lad Bible, Jason Momoa, Henry Cavill, Ray, and Ben all all agreed that Ezra was most like their character, and knowing what type of person Barry Allen is, you can expect Miller to be nothing but a big nerdy goofball. It looks like the yellow lightning of controversy hadn't struck just yet, and the 30-year-old character was still going strong without the controversy. So what did happen post-2020 when they decided to try cosplaying the Reverse Flash for a change? Mary Herron had a thing or two to say when working on Dollyland, where Ezra played the young surrealist Salvador Dali. The director mentioned how she, along with the rest of the cast and crew, expected a rather unstable and erratic star on set, who'd do nothing but cause trouble. To her surprise, she revealed in an interview with Vanity Fair that Miller was highly professional and very kind. Once the news reached Herron, she said that reading everything they did was very sad for her and everyone involved in the film. "I think it doesn't matter how talented someone is. If they've done anything wrong, they have to face it," said the American Psycho director, who also expressed her concerns over how this is a more serious matter than just a young star acting out. Christopher Briney, who plays James, said that the actor was incredibly warm and very welcoming, and shared some of his encounters with Miller. On his first few days on set, the young Salvador spent their entire lunch with Briney talking about acting and their careers. The Academy Award-winning lead actor Ben Kingsley shares a duet with his younger self, in which the former described it as a 10 out of 10. With all these compliments, you can just imagine how they, along with everyone Miller has worked with in the past, must have felt after their erratic behavior made it to the news. When it did, the perks of being a wallflower director reached out to his former star, the very one who described them as a force of nature. See, Miller was charged with burglary, harassment, assault, grooming, kidnapping, and basically a bunch of other stuff you don't want on your resume. And Steven Chbosky didn't like that one bit. He told Vanity Fair that he hopes his star finds the light because they shine so brightly back when they show the book adaptation.
I just hope she can stop playing dumb with these guys. I keep telling her, don't make yourself small.
The author also described Ezra as a truly magical person. He also likes to believe that the person everyone once knew and adored is still in there, deep down, and hope they can find the help they need. To be fair, the star did say they're seeking professional help, but many fans think that this was simply damage control so that Warner Brothers could push their movie. Speaking of which, what was working with Ezra like in The Flash? Andy Muschietti had nothing but kind words about his star, and to everyone's surprise, he described his time with Miller as one of the best experiences of his career. He continued praising the actor by saying they're brilliant, their contributions to the movie are constant, and that they tend to do more takes than he does, which is a lot. Imagine your star wanting to do more takes than you do when you're a director. Even Affleck, who only has a few minutes of screen time, said that he found shooting the movie for the Scarlet Speedster to be a comparatively better experience than when filming Justice League. That's because of all the drama that happened behind the camera between the directors and studios. But that's not relevant to this video. Just know that Affleck had the time of his life in this movie, and when asked how it felt reuniting with DC's fastest man alive once again, the Argo actor said that he loves Ezra and enjoyed his time when shooting his scenes with them. The film is finally out in theaters, and it's about to change the entire DC universe. How exciting! So, from finally reuniting with their good friend in The Flash, to being described as a force of nature and perks of being a wallflower, this was what actors really thought about working with Ezra Miller.